Hello again, and welcome back to Insanity. Last time we left off, we had started AUG production, and in this episode we will continue to produce some AUGs. We will also take a closer look at our research, because the plan is that we should switch to Ulrich's pronunciation. I don't know. So we should check just to see how much we will need for the Ulrichs. So here we have the caged Ulrichs recipe. And here we have, let's see, this recipe with the Halesia seeds. That's the one we want, because that one is the easiest. And then, of course, we need to find the correct module. Maybe it is at the bottom, if there is any logic to this. There they are, great. And then we notice that we need 15 of these. And I don't know about you, but I find 8 AUG paddocks better than 15 Ulrich corals. So we're just gonna skip those Ulrichs. So instead, we shall take a look at what else we can research, because now that we don't really need the Ulrichs, except for possibly manure, but we can get manure from other ways as well. We shall research automated rail transportation, and then I actually also want the rail signals. And then I'm considering getting a car. It can be very helpful later when we start landfilling a lot. Stack inserters needs complex circuit board. I don't really want to deal with that just yet. There is, however, something else that might be interesting, and that's the excavation. The interesting part about this is that this can give us gravel, it can give us stone, it can give us rich dust just from iron, and it has a cleaner way of producing iron ore, copper ore, quartz, borax, nixlite. Oh, but we do need niobium plates for this. I'm not sure if we have niobium plates. Ground borer, however, we can make without it. Oh, 150 titanium plates, holy cow. It actually does look quite cheap to research this, so I'm thinking why not? Let's go ahead. Maybe while we research that and get these new recipes, we will notice that we maybe research something else useful along the way. Like, for example, lubricant. I think we're gonna need that for other things. Yeah, I don't know, half of this is chemical plant. Now that I know what it is, and that's we will probably have quite a lot of use for later. Coal processing seems to include a whole lot of recipes. So I just want to check if I can make these niobium plates. I need coal processing too. Oh, that's actually along the way. Good. Then there is no problem, I assume. Assuming that I can get the niobium oxide. Yeah, I do have ammonia. Niobium. Oh. Of course. Well, hopefully we will be able to research it, but we will deal with that problem later. Now, for this, for the moment, we will try to have a bit more logic here, because we will not be needing that many of these cages. So I will be, actually, let's see here, because we are missing quite a bit of titanium at the moment. So that's why I'm just going to say that if we have 0 cages along this, then I can approve. Let's see. How far can we stretch this over here? Good. Then I can approve making some more cages. Great. So there does seem, however, to be some issues here because the biomass is very, very slow. And to fix that, we need some fast inserters. I think we're gonna need a number of fast inserters here or around our factory. So I'm gonna make a few of these. And I have also written down a couple of other things. For example, we're gonna need a sinkhole. Where is our copper? Now I instantly regret that I walked over here instead of taking the train. There we have some copper. Sinkhole, please. The reason for why we want a sinkhole is because of the wastewater. So this wastewater is very full at the moment. And how far down is this thing? Here it is. Because the thing is that this gas vent can't really do anything about this wastewater. So instead we're gonna put down a sinkhole and hoping that that can deal with it. So I think it is when it has 20,000 maybe. Let's just temporarily remove this a little bit just so that we can get some free flow. There we go. Now we can see that this has actually removed a bit of wastewater. So let's put the overflow valve back. I don't think it said anything about fluids, sinkhole. It doesn't mention wastewater here, but apparently it seems to be doable anyway, so that's good. Now let's see. Just checking my to-do list. So, AUGs. We need more AUGs. But while we are down here, we can fix a couple of other things. I'm gonna need belts. Because there is a number of chests containing, oh, look at this. Here we have, for example, a lot of gravel, and this gravel we need to just put down. Let's see, where is it? Here. Gravel. There we go. Because this gravel we want it to become sand, and the sand we want it to make rich iron, rich dust. And the reason for why we want rich dust is basically that we want more titanium, because that is what we are currently missing after all. And I'm out of, let's see. I need some more simple circuit boards. We also have some titanium gravel. And I think maybe we have a stone chest somewhere along these places as well. Yes, here we have a stone chest. And here, way down here. Also, maybe we could change this for a foundry. Copper, iron, seaweed. Okay, sure. So this gravel, we simply want it to be put onto the belt and moved accordingly, sort of, for some values of accordingly. So we want it to come over here, more or less. Oops. Okay, if we do like this, then it will work. It doesn't look very clean, but hey, it works. And if we move it around like this, then we can quite easily connect the belts. So we have some stone over here as well. And it would be great if we could just have that stone somewhere else. These iron plates here can be useful later for the iron stick production. Oh, I need more copper for more belts, of course. Okay. I believe we have a belt going over here. Nice. Actually, while we are here, we can just move up and get some belts from the chests. Do I need pipes? Nope. There we go. I'm just going to send my train down here so that I can use it later on to get up again. And then possibly we will get rid of this mess. Okay, let's see. What were we going? Where were we going? We were going to need belts. Oh, look, an empty chest. Good. That's very good. So here we have some stone. Now you can take that stone out again and put it on the belt. Ah, this is actually good. Perfect. Now just to sort of have some space to just, in case we get too much hot air, I will just put some stone bricks into a chest. I'm sure they will be useful sooner or later. Great. Have we dealt with the gravel as well? Yes, we have. So we've dealt with the gravel and we've dealt with the stone. So next step is probably to move up again. We're just gonna take a look here and see how we are doing with these inserters. Oh, we need to make the outserter faster. The outserter definitely needs to be faster. There we go, here you made this. I think we will want another one of these as well. That's better. Now, however, we need some more simple circuit boards for even more inserters. Because when you upgrade some inserters to make them faster, and you have fast machines, then you will notice that you need even more fast inserters. Because it will slow down things further down. So we will basically try and... What's this? Where is this? Oh, this gravel is going here. And here we can see that we have a lot of sand. Because these inserters are slow. So you see we have a lot of inserters to deal with. So what is the slow part right now? I think the slow parts might just be the machines themselves. And believe it or not, that's actually good. We do have a lot of coal dust, and it was suggested to me that we can use this coal dust and convert it into ash and syngas with coal processing too. And it just so happens that we recently added coal processing 2 to our research. So I think we will actually do that later on. Not because we need the syngas, but because we need to get rid of all of this coal dust. And I have realized that the source for this coal dust at the moment is from here, from these tailing dusts. And it would be possible to make something else out of this instead. We don't really want to make copper and iron ore down here, because we would still get the coal dust. So coal tile might be interesting. It has a walking speed of 140%, but we know that already that Nixelite is even faster. And then there is a burner which can just produce ash. And that might actually be interesting. That might be interesting. Because we don't really need this coal dust. But for now, I think the best we can do with it is just to store it up, and hopefully we'll have use for it later. So we have seen now that we are apparently making a bit of progress on the automated rail transportation. And that's nice. That's very nice. We are mostly missing the bone meals. And I believe that for that we are probably missing some cages, possibly. Let's see, we're going to need more AUG paddocks. Stone and soil. Sure thing. I can probably find some stone and soil here somewhere. Or can I? Soil should probably be quite easy. But I'm not so sure about the stone. We might have some further down. I think we might have some over here. Yes, I do see some stone. Landfill? Yeah, sure, why not? And soil. There we go. Hello train, please come. Thank you train. Oh, of course, when I move it like that, it switches to automatic mode. Then I can't control it myself. AUG paddock. Stone and soil. I'm gonna need a lot of stone and soil for this. We have more stone maybe. Somewhere down here. Ugh. I think we can just go to one of our chests over here. Unless they have emptied out all the stone already, but I highly doubt it, considering the huge amounts. Yes, like this chest. Thank you. Now we just need to remember that we have some in our logistic trash lots as well. And then we just need some soil. Soil, soil, soil. There we have some. Thank you. AUG paddock. 3 of them, perfect. Belts, sure, why not? Where is our train? There it is. Let's head back up again. 3, and then later one more. And all of these will use the same recipe. And here we have some AUGs. So we're just gonna use those and put them in here. Then we just need a few inserters. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Actually, we are going to need a few more. Because we also need to take the items out as well. How are we doing with these water barrels? It's surprisingly empty. So let's just make a couple of empty barrels, I guess. And instead of making this manually, I'm just going to get one of these machines to do it for me, because I do like automation. Empty barrel. Perfect. Then I can just fill this up with a bunch of steel. Give it some power and... Oh damn, this is actually quite slow. Oh right, we also have a slow inserter. Anyway, this should definitely help us get some more barrels, I think. We also need a bunch of moss. Why do we need some more moss? Let's see. I think we can stop getting this moss. Oh, we are prioritizing the moss to go right, of course. Let's stop that, maybe. Or rather, how about we do it like this? No, that will also not work. Or should we do like this, maybe? I kind of want some little check here just to see if we need more biomass or not. So I think that the easiest way to do this is to give this a priority to the right and just check these belt contents and then check if we have not moss, if we have biomass. So if we don't have any biomass, then we need to make some biomass. That's basically it. Then we will drastically reduce the caching and so on for biomass. Good. So let's start outputting stuff from these. They are working, at least some of them. And we can also place down our last one. Nope, apparently we can't because we misplaced it. There we go, and we insert some AUGs because they are needed to get it running. And we need some copper. I think we have copper not too far away. But because it's fun, let's take the train. Okay, maybe it was a bit... Maybe it was actually worth it to take the train. Thank you. More inserters. Good thing about being in a train is that you can actually do a bit of other stuff while you are in the train. For example, you can search for recipes or check what you can craft. You can do a whole number of things. Because once you just accelerated the train will move by itself, unlike our little hero who can only move if I tell him to move. I'm probably gonna need a number of these poles. Sooner or later we are going to need them. Well, until we get to better electric poles, but we're not quite there yet. Great. Oh, and here we can also use a simple inserter over there, maybe. Maybe also long-handed inserter. Thank you. Perfect. Okay. So now let's just assume that these are started and running and so on. Then we kind of need them to go down here. Yes, but sure, why not make a mess? It's not like we don't know how to make a mess. We have plenty of experience making messes. There we go. Just a few more underground belts. Perfect. We did make 2 AUGs over there. Great. So we are making a little bit of cages. And by speaking of cages here, you can pretend like you made this. Now, something else that we might want to do is to realize that urea can be made from liquid manure and Sogna bacteria, and that's actually even quite a lot of it. And liquid manure can be made from manure, which just so happens that it can be made from AUGs. So I think I want to try this, just to get our little production up and running a little bit faster of the simple circuit boards. And for once I even remember that they are actually even called simple. So we want the empty barrel to go to the left. so that we can put the rest, which in this case is the manure, into a little bioreactor, which is expensive as all things. Stone, glass, and titanium. Stone. Oh, I need a lot more stone. Glass and titanium. Titanium should be easy to take from over here, from this belt. Glass and stone. How much titanium we have? We have enough titanium. Here we do have some glass, so make a little stop here, please, train. And more stone. I am very tempted to just remove these machines so that they are not blocking my little nice rail path. Oh, here we have stone. Oh, I'm stupid. Okay, let's change this logistics request just so that we can remember that we actually have some stone. Perfect. I think that what we mainly are getting from this production is the coal gas and some tar. The coal gas might actually be quite important because I'm not sure if we are really... Oh, we are. We do have coal gas. We are getting coal gas from tar as well. So we do have a backup factory for it. That's nice. So now maybe we have enough to make a bioreactor. We do not. We need a bit of seaweed and some stone bricks. Seaweed and stone bricks. I see seaweed. And stone bricks, maybe our production up here have produced a bit more. Maybe it would be possible to put some in a chest as well. Thank you. No, not these. I'm stupid. These. Perfect. Now, can I make a bioreactor? I cannot. 166. I must have even more stone. I need 210 of them. That's a lot. Come on, give me stone. This might not be the most entertaining thing we can do, but I'm out of ideas. Sorry. Soon we will already. 208, 209, 210. Bioreactor. And then we need another bioreactor. Sure, why not? Oh well, let's get moving. And now, since I am a bit sick of these machines that are in the way, we'll just remove them and continue expanding our little train. And I think it is important to keep these pipes together. Seems like they are connected still. Coal gas, we don't need this pipe anymore. Not at this point in time. And just so that I can have some vision of... Don't I have any rails with me? Oh, very stupid. Where is our rail factory? There it is. I'm pretty sure I have plenty of rails here. I'm pretty sure my inventory is full. Sure. Don't need the slow wood forestries at this moment. Can combine the stone things. 200 rails, good. So now hopefully we should get moving a little closer to down. Just think about how useful this will be later on. Because this will allow us to move so much faster through the top and bottom of our base. Okay, let's do it like that. Oh boy. Of course. There we go. We do need to move this one a little bit. So, can we just move it one step? Thank you. Perfect. Then we need to make a solution for the tailings here as well. Should hopefully be possible somehow. How about we put it over here instead? Great. This belt we can easily fix. Oh, come on. Oh, my inventory, my inventory. Sure, let's put some more things. There we go. Now we have some space. And we need to just move this a little bit to the left. Or we just start from the other direction for a while. Because this is quite easy to solve. Tailings pond. Let's see, where can we put you? How about we move you over here? Yes, how about that? Goodbye, tailings. Hello, tailings. Are these pipes connected? Probably not, I would say, so let's connect them. Otherwise, bad stuff might happen. Oh, is this our syngas container only? Okay, it doesn't have any outgoing connection. It just has one connection. Great, and suddenly we are out on the other side. So now it's just one obstacle in the way. But while we are down here, let's hope with... Oh boy, yes, we definitely had some stone bricks. Bio something. Bioreactor. Lead, copper, and soil. Sure thing. Lead, copper, and soil. And we are continuing to move around some stuff. So now it's just this little gasifier that is in the way. Should hopefully be quite easy to solve though. Yes, please continue to make pressurized air. Oh boy, this is a big machine. Just like all of them. Okay, make some space for it. And... Just need to fix a syngas pipe as well. No, a coal gas pipe actually. Ah, damn it. No, you're kidding me. Hold on, I see a solution. There we go. Now we can remove this and place down the new one, and then we just need to connect pipes. Oh, and this pipe does not need to go that far out. Fluid ingredient shortage. Why is that? It is because We need some tar. Good. And oh, you also need to output some ash. There we go. And now we just need to fix this pipe to not block the rails. Then we just connect the rails. And there we go. Now we just need a train. Here we have the train. So we need lead and copper and something for the bioreactor. Soil. Soil, soil, soil. Here it looks like there might be some soil. Thank you. Bioreactor, what now? Okay. Just a bit of seaweed. Here we have a bit of seaweed. There is the bioreactor. Let's make the bioreactor. Oh boy, so much time goes to just finding the products. But it's all for a good cause, and at least we have reconfigured our little trains. How are we doing with the moss? Do we really not have any moss? Maybe we should put down another moss farm or two. Or at least one. Yeah, let's make another moss farm. I am aware that it's not the most efficient moss recipe I'm using. But I would guess that it would be enough, kind of. Okay, so we need some Sogna bacteria here as well, and water. Water we can easily get from the left, I mean. So Sogna bacteria, where are you? I believe we have some over here. And we do, and it seems to be quite straightforward to just put down an underground pipe. Now let's see if maybe we can. There we go. Using less pipes is good and better than using more pipes. Gasoline. Sure, why not? So urea and liquid manure. And then put down the moss farm. Inserter for the moss farm. And there we go, you have full moss. So hopefully this will help us get some more moss faster. I'm assuming that maybe our existing other AUG Productions is eating up all the moss. Okay, offshore pump. Great. Electricity. Awesome. No good way of rotating this. It only requires fluid, so that should be quite easy. And this only outputs fluid. Perfect. That means that we only need one inserter here. And then we just need an inserter here. 30. Damn, that's a lot. I don't have any fast inserters at the moment, and I'm not sure if we even need them, considering it will take a bit of time to get the AUGs and the manure to work, especially considering we have no moss. So now might be a good time to just saving this just to be safe, because I'm going to use a mod that I'm not using very often, just in case something crashes, but I'm not the one who made this, so I guess that's why it's working. So items per minute. This is max rate calculator. So we need items per minute, that's 54 moss per minute. And then we can compare this with these three machines, and then we can see that here they can produce 38 moss per minute. So that basically means that these can't keep up. So we might actually need to use another recipe here. Let's try it. Do we have any moss, any stone nearby? I'm guessing that maybe the closest stone is the one we use for the... Hey, where is our... I thought it was quite up... Yeah, here it is. So there is some stone. This one will produce stone. So let's see if we can, if this is efficient enough to use this stone. If it is not, then we should maybe be able to scale this a bit. Why am I missing? Okay, I'm missing copper. I'm missing copper for more inserters. Rather, I'm missing simple circuit boards, which is ironic since I want to make simple circuit boards. Okay, let's see. How about we make this come from this side? Then we need 3 long-handed inserters, which is exactly what we have here. So this will just need 3 stone per process. Then they will come produce 5 moss. So let's see now, how much moss are you producing here now? 64, that's good. But hold on a minute, how much stone do you need? You need 38.7. How much are you producing? 150. Great! That means that it should work. Famous last words, naturally. But this should give us enough moss. And the moss should give us enough production of the oaks. Perfect! That mod will probably be quite useful. Okay, automated rail transportation is not completely done. How are we doing with the science production? 1.2 per minute. Over the last hour it's 66, so slightly more than 1 per minute. I do want more science, but it does seem like at the moment that it is the titanium that is the problem. And parts of the reason for that is that the titanium goes into cage production. Even though that should maybe sort of just be... I mean, there is a 70% chance to get the cage back. And hold on here a minute. Okay, yes, exactly. We are getting the cage back here as well, and we have automated the bone meal production. So I'm guessing at the moment, well, it seems like we have quite a bit of oaks over there. So I will just prioritize the right side here, which should give more bone meal. Which should hopefully give us a lot more science. How are we doing here? Have you even finished anything? No, you haven't. Why not? Because you're still missing moss. Now you... oh, you need 10 moss. Well, it does seem like... I think we are making the moss in the right direction, sort of, more or less. I mean, it takes time to, but I think we are sort of starting to produce a backlog of moss. Yes, see? Now it's producing some manure. This one hasn't gotten any manure yet, but now it will get its first. Like that, exactly. Let's move the inserter here a bit. Good. Okay, it does seem to be working a bit better now. And the stone seems to be working well as well. Great. So now I'm guessing that we basically need to let science run its course, and then we can sort of start planning for our rails. And that we can actually do now, I think. But first, we shall enjoy a little train ride, just to see how quickly we can get from the top of our base to the bottom. So I'm going to start in 3, 2, 1, now! And then I'm reaching my destination now. I believe that was 15 seconds. So now we can just compare that by moving, just by walking, and we will have to watch out for some of our buildings and blocks in the way. Oh my god. I think this is 30 seconds and we're not even there yet. So say about like 40, maybe 50 seconds. So instead of taking 50 seconds to walk from the top to the bottom, it now takes 15 seconds with the train. That's almost an improvement speed by 4. That's by a factor of 4. That's very awesome. So let's start planning for our city block. Chunk size for city block setup. As I have mentioned, we did use 8 by 8 in a C block server that I played together with a friend of mine, and now 8 by 8 was actually a bit much. So I think I will be using 6 by 6. And the reason for that is that I think 5 times 5 is too small. Because if we compare this, if we just take a look at the red science production chain we have here, now this is quite tightly put. So here we have the first chunk. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, okay, parts of this is maybe not part of the green science, but still. I think chunk size of 6 should work pretty well. So we're gonna start looking from our center, and then that means that we should expand in 3 in each direction. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and then means that this chunk will be our 4-way crossing. One, two, 3. Now we do this in the other direction. 1, 2, 3. And then this chunk shall be the 4-way crossing. Now this one apparently has a bit of iron ore here nearby, but that's okay. So now we can estimate that about here. Yes, this chunk will be another 4-way crossing. And then over here we will have another 4-way crossing. Great! Now there are at the moment a whole lot of buildings in the way here. But eventually we will be refactoring it all out and automating rails. Then we can just calculate here. So since it should be 6 internally, that means that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then on the 7th we will have the next 4-way crossing. Now it does seem like we don't really have a lot of to-dos at the moment. We only have to do more rubber and to do next lit locomotives. And I can tell you that next lit locomotives is gonna take a while. Yes, can you just move a little bit more to the left, please? Just so that it's more obvious which chunk it is. Great. Then we can also expand one more city block in this direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a crossing. Great. We have started to come up with a bit of a structure for our rail system. Now, in coming episodes, hopefully we will get to plan this a bit more. Because soon this research is finished, and then we will need these rail signals. And then hopefully after all of this research that we have queued up right now, we will get to the logistics train network, which is what we will need. We will definitely need that to automate our awesome train network. So that's it for this episode. In the next episode, we will hopefully finish some science. We will try to solve the bloody problem with the titanium. We're out of gravel here. Okay, that explains it. So yes, we will focus on our titanium problem in the next episode. So thank you for watching and see you in the next episode.